What's up, guys? It's the Apex Hound, and welcome to a review of the Golf Club 2. Now, I've poured about 50 hours into this game. You know I've been uploading a shitload of the Golf Club 2 on my channel. If you're new, check it out. But this is going to be just a straight review, talking about the positives and the negatives of the game, and then I'll score it at the end as well. So, I'm going to start off with the positives. We'll start off with the good stuff. And straight off the bat, it's just a huge improvement over the Golf Club 1 in a lot of ways. Like, just the swing mechanics, the graphics, obviously the visuals look a lot better. There's just a lot more customization as well. The customization is huge. There's a lot more customization for your clubs, for your clothes. You can actually customize your character now as well. You don't all have to look like the same old guy, which is huge as well. That makes a big difference. And there's a lot of attires. There's so much stuff that you can unlock through coins and playing your career and shit. You get so much stuff. There's a lot of clothes, like hundreds of pieces of clothing. And then you can add like different colors to your the shafts of your clubs and your grips. You can change the colors of your grips, which is something that was lacking in the last game. The customization of that kind of stuff was definitely lacking in the Golf Club 1, but this one has made a huge improvement over that. Okay, I did want to point out as well that this review will not be focusing on the creation part of this game at all, because I haven't used it. I'm not into that sort of thing, so it'll be strictly about the game itself, the gameplay, etc., etc. I know that is a part of the game, but we will not be focusing on that. So yeah, we will move on. We got the new kind of difficulty with the clubs. You got 3 sets of clubs now, which is cool. Like, it gives you difficulty spikes. Like, you got different difficulty levels, but then you get a reward for using the harder ones. You get a lot more distance. So the standard ones, you hit the driver 240. The player ones, you hit the driver, sorry, 265. And the tour ones, you hit the driver 279. I think that's the carry distance of the driver. So makes a big difference with the distance, but the tour clubs are like really hard to use, really hard to consistently hit straight. So I use the player ones at the moment. You can consistently hit them straight, and you have enough distance to get your way around the course as well. But if you wanted a bigger challenge and you wanted to get more distance and try and go at some of the par 5s a lot easier in 2, then the tour clubs would definitely be for you. It's just going to take some getting used to. So obviously then the courses as well. There's a big difference in this one, I think, in the variety. This is kind of, I guess, talking about the creation. The courses that they have in the game, the new ones, just seem to be a lot better. Visually, it seems like there's a lot more to them. They now have crowds as well, which is awesome. So that's something that they didn't have in the last game. They do have crowds, but that's kind of actually a negative as well will be in the game, is the crowds are kind of spaced out and in weird places and stuff like that, but not really a huge deal. But at least they do have the crowds. They make noise. Obviously, the amount of fantasy courses you can have now as well is awesome, like the created fantasy courses. There's some crazy ones. I went on and just randomly looked at the created user courses, and there's some really like crazy courses now. Some cool ones that you can do up on top of buildings and shit like that, where it's just craziness basically. And I think that's really gonna make for some cool stuff. And I think my friend Tyler was posting one. There's a mini golf course now as well, which we're gonna try out, hopefully, like an actual proper mini golf course. So yeah, the created fantasy courses, they can do some really good ones, and obviously they can recreate the actual official courses as well, like Quail Hollow for the PGA now. There's already one for that. There was one for Royal Birkdale, which I've done a few videos on as well. And we'll move on now. Another positive here would be the career mode. The career mode, obviously, that's something they didn't have in the... They added it in later in the Golf Club 1, I think, but it wasn't like really a career mode. This one... it's pretty cool. You set up your own career mode. You set up how many events you want. You can set up the names of the events and shit like that as well. You can set up how many events you want to be in the season, and then you do a season, and you have basically like the FedEx Cup. There'll be like a top list of the top golfers from the season. Like in the moment, I'm first. Dustin Johnson is second in my one, which is another positive that I'm going into right now, is that you can rename the players in your career mode, the AI players in your career mode. And you can do that by like renaming the guys with the lowest handicaps to be the best guys, and they'll be up at the top of the leaderboard then when you're playing your career mode, which makes it a lot more interesting to me. I hate playing against just... It wouldn't be half as interesting to me if I was just playing against, like, say, A. Anderson or some shit, just random names like that. But yeah, that's obviously a huge deal to me. And I think for some of you guys as well, it'll be cool, like, just to change the names. You can change them to anything you want. Tiger Woods, Shooter McGavin, put them in there. Happy Gilmore. You know, you can put in all sorts of different names, which is cool. But yeah, I have a lot of the best guys up as the lowest handicap guys, which I think works out really well for me in my career mode. DJ, Hideki Matsuyama are always up near the top and stuff like that. So yeah, career mode, big plus this time. Another quick little new thing as well that I like is that when you hit your shot, you can go to different views. You can go to like TV views, you can go to chase views, you can go to the view where you're just standing behind the player as you watch the ball go up. And there's all sorts of different ones when you're taking your putts as well. And you can see it from all different sorts of angles by changing out the directional button, which I think is just a really cool little small thing to upgrade. And obviously, you know, another plus of this game is just the replayability, because there's so many courses to play, so many fantasy courses, so many created courses. There's actually a lot of official courses in this game as well. So I think that's just a huge deal. Replayability for this game is probably its biggest, I would say its biggest plus is its replayability and how much you can play. Just go do new courses with your friends every day. You don't have to be doing the same course over and over again like we were in Rory McIlroy after a while, because that game literally only had like, what, 12 courses or something like that. Okay, so the last big positive here for me, and the best thing about this new Golf Club 2 game, like the best improvement over the last one, is the societies. And I set up my own society, the Apex Hounds Club, if you didn't know. If you're not a part of it already, a lot of you guys watching this are probably already a part of the society. But it's fucking awesome. The society events, we've been doing one every, we haven't gone a day by without having a society event live for like the last few weeks now. Since we started, we have a society event every single day. There's one live, but like each society event spans for a couple of days or 3 days or something, and it's just awesome. Just freaking, I love it. I love going in there, trying to place up as high as I can, seeing all these crazy guys shooting like 40 under for the 4 rounds. It's crazy, and seeing how high up. I'm really happy when I can get in the top 20. There's like 500 members in the society, and even no, I think there's like 700 members in the society. I think in one of the events there was like 600 people were in the field, so that's just awesome. It would be cool if there was like a cut as well or something like that. That'd be dope, but that would also be kind of harsh. But yeah, the society and the society events probably, like, just along with the replayability there, the biggest plus. But now we're going to move on to some problems I have with the game. These negatives aren't like huge. There's a couple ones that can definitely be fixed with patches, but there is like definitely, this game isn't perfect. There's quite a lot of problems, especially around launch. There was a lot of problems with the servers, but they have fixed that now. The servers are fine. But I'm going to talk, if you get a little bit nitpicky, about my problems with the game. Okay, so the obvious one, I don't really have like a huge problem with this one, but definitely I think people will, and there has been people complaining about it, and it's like that there's no official golfers or no official courses, like, you know, but I don't really mind that too much, because of the fact that all of these courses can be created anyway. Obviously I would love if like Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy and Ricky Fowler were in the game, but I don't really mind that. You can create your own character, make them look how you like. Probably the biggest problem I have with the game right now, as I'm playing through my career mode, is that the career mode AI difficulty it's just way too easy right now for me. Like, and the game, I'm playing on hard AI difficulty right now. I wish I could play on very hard right now, but you have to play a lot to unlock very hard, which is the problem I have with it. If I could play on very hard right now, I probably wouldn't have as much of a problem with it at all. But I've played like maybe 50 hours, and I still don't have enough coins to get to level 10 in my career mode. So, you know, it's just way too easy right now. I literally shot like the worst round I've done in the Golf Club 2, and I still came second. I shot like 11 over or something for the 2 rounds, and I was 9 over in the second round, and I still came second. Every time I would make a bogey, they'd make a bogey too. That's one thing that I hate about the AI on hard. Every time you make a bogey, they make a bogey. So this is a fixable problem, but at the moment it's just, I don't even want to play the career mode to progress to get to level 10, because it's too easy and I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it because there's no challenge there. So it doesn't give me like motivation to want to get to the very hard, because I really don't want to play it at the moment with that kind of easy AI. I prefer just play with my friends and play the society events and shit like that. But that's probably my biggest problem right now. There's a couple of the small problems, like the frame drops. There is a few frame drops here and there, but that's part and parcel playing on like created courses and shit like that. But even on the official ones, you do get a lot of frame drops and swing lag as well, some stutters. As you're about to swing, the club will kind of jolt back and you'll have to stop and readjust. Just kind of minor annoyances. It's not a big deal. Another probably biggish problem I would have is around the greens, the slopes affect the ball like way too much. And it's not really the left to right slopes, it's when you're on like a down slope or an up slope. When you're on a down slope in the bunker, the flop shot will literally go maybe 10 yards further than it would if you were on the flat or if you were on the upslope. So it's really hard to judge the distance of these kind of shots that are on like really big down slopes or up slopes. So I just find that very hard. And another problem I have is with like long shots from the light rough. Just if you like just trickle off the fairway and go into the light rough, you literally have to hit like 2 extra clubs. That's one thing that's kind of really unrealistic to me, because like in real life, if you're in the light rough, you're really not even hitting an extra club. Like especially it's just like you're not getting as smooth a swing, but you're not even hitting an extra club really. You're just kind of and it could be a flyer, like can go further sometimes. So that's one kind of problem I do have there as well, is like out of the rough, it's kind of very unrealistic. The light rough at least. The heavy rough I can understand that you have to hack it out, try and just get it up the fairway, because like if you don't hit the fairway in this game, it's really hard to get your approach shots close, like really hard. It's easier out of the bunker I think than out of the light rough, which is just that shouldn't be the way. You get like a better lie out of a fairway bunker sometimes than you would out of a light rough, which I think is just a little bit ridiculous. Another kind of small little negative I have is that there's no society ranks. I think that would be really cool if you could like have ranks like a general, like you know what I mean, but obviously not with those names. But if you could have like a maybe a course marshal or some shit, like just random rank names, you could even name them yourself. But I just think it would be cool if you could have certain ranks and stuff, like an RPG guild or something. But obviously that's not a huge deal. I just think that's something personal that I think would be cool. And one kind of stupid thing that they left out of this game, which was in the last game, is there's no online match play. Like I can't go online with my friend and play live online match play with him. That's why like what we done the most was just play match play, and we can't do that anymore. Which is super annoying, and I really hope that they patch that in at some stage. It seems like a really weird one to just randomly leave out. That's kind of the last negative I have, is they just randomly left out a game mode from the last one that was there, and I don't know what the reasoning was for it. Maybe they had a problem with it, or else like surely you can't just forget about match play, online match play. They do have match play against like ghosts and AI and your friends AI and shit, but you can't do live online match. Yeah, that's my last negative. Overall, very enjoyable game, has a lot of replay value. Just a couple minor nitpicky things that I don't like about the game, and the career mode. I have some big problems with the career mode, but when I get to that very hard career, that should be perfect. And I'm going to give the game a score of 8 out of 10. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the review. Let's hit 100 likes, that'd be dope. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. We'll be back with some more golf club videos in the very near future. I'll have obviously my career mode videos. Hopefully I'll be having that very hard career. I'll be doing videos on that soon. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you think of the Golf Club 2, what you'd give it out of 10 in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!